So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream with live peoples. Recorded for Ustream.tv and also for YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I'm working in Imagimorphia. So she very quickly. Is it Imagimorphia? Yes, I'm working in Imagimorphia. And that's what it looks like. I've been using that. I've turned my lights out so that I can use my tablet. So that's Imagimorphia that I did yesterday. I think I did yesterday or did I do it this morning? I think I did it yesterday. No, I did that this morning. This has taken me a lot longer on my Ugee. This is the HK1560 and they're about £350. Now there is another website you can get them for £250, but I wanted it the next day, so I bought it for that reason. A bit impatient. And then I've actually purchased Artrage. So this software is called Artrage and I really love it. It's very easy, and it's very easy on your hands if you've got poorly hands. Having said that, just at this moment I can't even use the left hand, so I'm using the right hand, and this actually proves just how easy it is to use. You don't have to be very accurate. If you make a big boo-boo, there's the backspace button there. So I normally work in the pens. Now there is a few videos that I'm playing about with these, but when I'm colouring in I'm going to go straight into it. So there's a couple of other videos out there that I've done about playing with the Artrage on my Ugee, but I normally work on a blendable pen at 1%, and I've got the pressure quite high because that means that I can use less pressure with my hands. I work at 300. And you can push down, press the button. These act like a right and left click on your mouse. So you can use this with the mouse, and you'll be right and left clicking. You can use it with a mouse. I've actually got that gold to do there. So over here it keeps the colours that I've been using. Now I should have really named them for different pages. As it happens, I've got all mine for all my art pages that I've used. So that was a mistake on my part, but I'm not really bothered. I know what I'm doing. So I've got a nice goldy yellow there, and when you tap here it comes up here, so you can do a paler shade there or you can do a darker shade. Now what I tend to do is I will press plus and then I will just move slightly lighter to give myself 4 or 5 nice shades. Then I'll tap the original, which will take it back, and I'll come darker, and that will give me some darker tones or shades or tints. So I've got quite a few there. I mean, that was going to take a long time to do that. So again, I want to be comfortable, so hovering that button or moving your mouse, turn that right the way around, so we've got a nice comfortable position to work in. And I start with my yellowy orange and I just stroke. Now there is a plastic film on this. I'm not scratching on here. I could do, but they send you this film screen protector, and it's only on one side, so you can get underneath it and get the dust off. So I really like that idea, because if you never get it down first right time, you haven't ruined it. So again, building up a bit of colour, and you'll forgive me because I am left-handed, so this is not brilliant. And if you tap, you get brighter bits. So I'm just going to kind of tap in there because who knows what's actually going on in there. Now the way I'm working at the moment is the black lines will smudge because I don't have an extra layer. if you start layering things, which I'll go in the next time when I've learnt about them. But I tend to kind of just leave things as they are. So I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of colour in here by tapping. Every time you tap, you get a stronger colour. And then I want to highlight on that one there. So if you can see, there's a little bit of a highlight appearing. So then when we go down here, when we turn it back right side up, it looks nice. So if you have any questions, so we've got this to finish off actually. So if we go here, sorry, whoops, we just turn it around that way. So you've got a nice angle action going, because if you curve it round like that, it makes it's going to be curved. So again, we want the gold, so we'll just very carefully slide that across there. And it takes me longer to do this, but again, I'm playing with blendable markers. They're going to do exactly what I want them to do. And I can't play with blendable markers because I can't get the tops off. So I've got my base gold down there. I need a warmer tone here, bit of a shadow, and here. And hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I want a paler one in the middle. And then we can go back to the original one and just get a bit of a blend going on. And literally just stroking the top, hardly any pressure at all. And then we want the palest bit there. So that when we turn that round, it's going to give us a really nice highlight. And you keep doing that. So just like you would normally do, lighter, blend in lighter, darker, blend that one in, then blend that one in, then go back, put a lighter one in. And you just keep doing that until you're happy with the result. So you're happy with the highlight. And then if we want a bit darker here, we can just blend a little bit more there. So when you turn it round, you want the highlight in the right place. I'm just going to see if I can do it a little bit with my left hand, because I just can't get that. And then I want to take that highlight just this way a little bit, because the light's coming this side, so it would be just a bit more there. And then we can turn that round and we can do a blue one. So I go to my blues. And we've got this really nice dark blue. So if anybody's got any questions, pop them in caps. So again, just carefully stroking that in. I think it's about 1 millimetre out, if that. So I can live with that. So I plugged mine straight in and started playing with it. So I get an all over colour, like I would in oils. And then I go darker at one side and darker at the other side. And then we want some pale coming in. And a little bit paler. And this is what you would do normally. You build up in pale shades. Until you get your very palest. And I must have forgotten that one. And if you keep curving it, you end up with a curved highlight, which is what we've got. So we put that back to beginning, and we come down there. We've now got that highlight going around that corner. What's a wax bloom? What's a wax bloom? Oh, sorry, because there's no ups. Yes, yes, there is nothing. There's nothing at all. There's absolutely nothing at all. If you make a boo-boo, you can just press back, and it takes it back. But I've got. You can do as many colours as you want. Now I haven't actually. And you just tap and you're on your next colour, so you don't have to change your pens. So yeah, it's a lot easier. I work at that's 400. I work at 300 normally with a 1% brush, but it's not easy. So it's easy, but it's not quick. It's not. You can make it as quick as you like. You can do it with a bigger brush. You can colour in if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But this is how I've learnt to do it. This is why I wanted to do this series. People can watch how I'm learning to use it as a beginner. So some people might look at this and go, oh, I can't do that, so they'll do it at a bit bigger scale. If you tapped, you'd get your highlight. If you wanted a very, very fine, pale highlight. But I like to blend mine because it's a bit, I just like to blend, and I can't blend normally, but I can blend with these. Yes. Oh, the wonderful thing is you can use oil paints out of the tube, and then you can draw over the top with pencils and oils. You can mix everything together that you can't do in real life. And that is absolutely amazing. And if you make a boo-boo, right, well, you see mine won't be too fat because I've got mine watered down quite well. It'll blend all that out. So if you make a boo-boo, you just tap the back button, and if you go too far, you can go forward again. And I love that, so I love that. So we want to go back on the blue. But it's not it hasn't got a lot of pressure on your hands either. And because of this kind of film protective cover, it's like drawing with a pencil. It's the same feel. It's not shiny. It's not like drawing on a piece of glass. You've got some friction there. It feels like you're drawing a pencil on a hard. It feels just like a pencil on a desk without anything underneath it. That's what it feels like, and it's really nice to draw with and colour with. If the tablet hasn't come by the time I finish this video, I'll do another play because I like playing. You see, normally you would hold it like this. But it just hurts my hands. But you can hold it like this and stroke, as long as you just no pressure, because I've got mine on most pressure. And then you can just put your highlight in when you're ready to put your highlight in. And I love playing with this. It's very, very, very therapeutic. And again, if you want to put a bit more blue in there, thinking, well, actually that should have a bit more, it should be a bit darker, you can go back in there. But then I always blend out. I always blend again, because I think that's what makes the difference, the blending, which is something I can't do in reality. So that is wonderful to be able to do that. It is so user friendly. And again, this I like the Artrage because you can just tap. So I'll carry on with this, and then when we come to if I finished this particular bit here, I'll do another play. So my black lines will smudge because I haven't got another layer. So you can put another layer on it, but I actually quite like that. And you can work in layers, and then underneath the layer is never touched, so it won't touch the black, your original drawing, because it's colouring on top of it or underneath it, depending on how you look at it. anybody else got any questions? Oh! There's nobody there whatsoever. Goodness me, he made me jump then. Bad boy. There's nobody there at all. No, he's escaped. There's absolutely nobody there. Spare me 2 seconds. Put my pen. Just bear with me a second, he's on the move. Sorry about that. Come here, Alf. He's just a bad boy. Come on. Come on. Under there. Under there. Go sit down, please. He's just woken everybody up and disturbed all the dogs and the cat and everybody. Such a bad puppy. Yes, imaginary friends. That's our Alf. Yep, he's just in his naughty mood, which is no difference. I mean, I press record. He's in naughty mood, but he's annoyed the dogs, so he's definitely in the doghouse. So now everybody's wandering around now. So you need just a little bit of shadow in there. And then blend that out. Then pop that back in there. So sorry about that. He's just a bad puppy. So again, you tap it to the beginning, upright, tap it to 100, and you can follow that highlight round. So now that highlight's going to be on top there. So it's not a quick cheats. Oh, I've done it in a minute kind of thing. You know, it takes its time. It takes time. I love the fact that you want to be just really comfortable, and no pressure at all. Just stroking that little, and you're not actually looking at the pen nib, you're looking at the little tiny cross on the screen. There's a little dot on the screen. That's what we're looking at. So it's about 1 millimetre out, but it doesn't bother me. I just like the fact that I can blend with blendable markers. I just think that's wonderful. So sometimes I use 4 different colours, sometimes I only use 2. Well, I nearly always use 3, sorry, tell a lie. And then you can put that white in. So it's just like getting a white marker and putting it over purple. Well, I presume it is, I don't know. I've never blended with pencil with pens. So we can just play on there, and then we'll go back to, I'm just going to put a tiniest, brightest highlight on that one, just there. And then we go back to gold. Now, you can do all the gold ones and all the blue ones if you want. I just tend to swish. And if you make a mistake, you need to rectify it then and go back. Otherwise, if you rub it, it'll just rub out your work and your lines and everything. But not if you're doing if you're doing layers. But we'll go into layers at another time because they're a bit more complicated. Layers. And I did forget my yellows, so some of these yellows are slightly different. So if anybody's got any questions, if anybody's watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe and pass any comments, that would be useful. Anything you want to see more of? Because really only by comments is how I know what everybody thinks. From YouTube, you get nice feedback from when the live show, but if anybody's watching on YouTube, you don't know if anybody likes it or not unless they actually pass a comment. So feel free to ask anything. And I'm doing these so that people can see, how you can do as a novice, because I've only done a couple of these. I am using them slightly differently each time, so I'm learning more things, or I'm taking it to another level. I'm going to have to buy the Harry Potter book so that I can do the Hagrid's cottage again. I think that would look quite good. Oh, hi Teresa, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm playing on my Ugee tablet in Artrage software. So I'll just finish this and see how we're doing for time. Got 2 more to do. And I do have a couple of photographs that I can work from. So you can get your goals kind of, oh nice, sorry, bark alert. Bark alert. Now that could be my new tablet. So I thought I'd try a different tablet, and so you can see how to work on different ones. My thumb does not like this today, so just do that one. Sorry, barky pants alert. So if I turn that to there and I take it down to 200, you can see that highlight is going straight down there. That's okay, I won't repeat it. Oh, it's because of these. My hands don't work, which is why I'm actually not using my left hand now. My arthritis has suddenly decided it doesn't like it. So that's why I've had to go with this. It was going that way. I'm using the riggers with the Derwent pencils. Derwent pencils seems to be the only things that I can use at the moment. So that's why I've had to switch to this. And as I say, unfortunately, thumbs are very thingy, but I'll say more when I come off this because I'm recording at the moment. So just bear with me, because it's wonderful in chat for people to talk about illnesses and have a good natter, but I think people on YouTube don't want to. They get a bit. People don't always want to hear what's wrong with you, so I try not to go on a rabbit trail. But I love the fact that I am left-handed and I can still manage to do this a tiny bit. I like that. I'm impressed with that. So the next one's not going to have much of a highlight because it's underneath. So I'm going to put that in there. Just finish this off. Now, this thumb isn't brilliant either, but it might just hold out a little bit. So again, and even though I've actually stopped using the thumb, it still feels like Arnie's trying to rip it off backwards, so it's not brilliant. I'm just going to put a bit of a highlight there. Because when you turn that round, that highlight's going to be hidden. So we've got a tiny bit of highlight. I did start this morning, or was it yesterday? Oh, I am losing my marbles. I think it was this morning, but there will be a video out. No, it was this morning because I've used my new pencils. So I did an unboxing of my, I found a pack of 90 vintage Derwent pastel pencils, and I've used them, and I've used the rigger brush. I blended with the rigger brush because I couldn't blend. I couldn't hold the blender, but I used a paintbrush, that's why my hand hurts, and I blended this in so we've got a bit of a highlight. So I thought that would be quite good so you can see the difference. But it might be a new thing that I've got to do it. I haven't got any lights, but that's this is pastel pencil Derwent, and this is blendable markers on my Ugee. Okay, thank you. So I love my Ugee, especially as the fact, you know, you can make a big boo-boo and press back. So I loved my little book. I was hoping to use some pastels with pastel paper, but I'm having to think about that. So we've now got that stuff, and because that there has got a bit of a shadow, but his goatee beard thingy's in the way. So again, I work at 300 with 1%. So that's quite like I would think that's like a fine liner, if you're looking at it. So again, it's not a quick cheats way. So one thing I am saving up for, and I'm hoping, so let me have a quick look. I think they're blue and they're gold, so I'm going to go for that's blue and that's gold, right? So we'll go for blue. Now if you make a mistake now, you need to get rid of it and press back, because if you press undo, it'll undo everything you did since you made the mistake. Unless you use a rubber, but an eraser on here is okay, but I am not working with layers, and because I'm not working with layers, I think that's wrong. I think that's blue, gold, blue. Let me just have a quick look. The one that sticks out the most is the gold. Let me turn it around and see what it looks like. So turn it. Oh no, it should be okay. Blue, blue, and then that'll all be gold. Yeah, that will do. I love the fact you can turn it so your hand's comfortable. And if you're using a mouse, it's left click, right click. So again, I start with this. Now I can't get that nice curve action really with this right hand. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I've got all that covered in that first colour. And then I want a bit of a deeper colour here. and a deeper colour at that side. And then I go back with that original colour and I blend those two edges out. So it's very much like blending with ordinary markers or paintbrushes. You do one, blend it out and do another. And then we'll just put that highlight up there. Now I'm going to do another one, I say, with layers, and that makes it easier. But I always think it's like cheating with layers, but this line will smudge because basically I am now drawing on like charcoal, so it's smudging. If I didn't want it to smudge, I could do another layer, but I'm not really bothered, not too much. I'm just going to put a bit of a highlight on there and then tap that to be upright and come out and just see if that highlight follows across, and it does, because you want a bit of reality. Teresa says, you've lost your mouth. Oh, I've lost mine. A red heeler puppy. Oh, right. Oh, well, you can have Alfie. We'll swap. You can have Alfie. The puppy. He's not actually a puppy anymore. I don't know what his excuse is. He's definitely no puppy anymore. But he's definitely naughty. So again, I turn it round so it's comfortable. My laptop is playing up a little bit because it's got lots of things going on and it doesn't like it, which is why I was going to plug the little one, so you can get lots and lots of tablets with, and all the tablet is, it's a surface to draw on with some kind of digital pen. My thumb is doing this as I'm drawing. My thumb is moving as well. So all it is you need a surface with a pen. And when I say a pen, I mean a digital pen. Whether it's attached, whether it's battery, whether it's whatever. That's how it works. And then the mark on the screen, on the board, is what's actually causing the colour. But you can get expensive ones like the Cintiqs, the Wacom Cintiqs, or Wacom, depending on how you want to pronounce it. You have, which I would love one of those, but I love my Ugee. This is a cheaper version, Cintiqs 700, 900, 3000. Mine was 350, which was bad enough, but no, I won't. Apart from the pastels, I won't really be buying any other art materials. So it was kind of a last bit of investment for me. And then I'm just going to take that down there a little bit, just a little bit. So I think the last one, I'll just do this one and then I'll see how we're going for time. So I bought this, I bought Artrage, and you get 3 downloads. So my daughter's at uni doing illustration and animation, so she's got one of the downloads. But of course she's only got a mouse, she's only got her laptop. But you can use it that way, it's just so much easier with a pen. But there's no reason why you can't draw with a mouse or colour in with a mouse. It just makes it that bit easier. And I just want to have a look and see if I want to put some highlights on that one. Again, you can layer over the top, but you could probably make it easier for yourself by putting a layer underneath, and that means you don't have to worry about smudging. It's because mine is smudging, but I quite like that actually. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this and see. I think that's going to go straight to gold. Is that? Has anybody got any questions? Oh, bye Fancy, thank you for stopping by. So again, it's easier if you work with the direction of your hands. It's always a bit easier that way. And we just want a little bit of warmth on that one. And there's no pressure, you're just sliding it over the top. And it's like sliding on glass, but you're not sliding on glass, because you have this film, so it feels very much like a pen and pencil, even though it's supposed to be marker. Oh, hi Marilyn, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I'm having a play on my Ugee tablet, and I've scanned in a Kerby Rosanes Imagimorphia. So I quite like that, and then I would think, and again I said I'd got the photograph, googled online and then have the photograph. Of different aspects, and then I'm going to have to change those, because obviously these are going to be different things. So this is what he looks like. So all that is gold. So all that is gold, and we've got some beads here. So we've got alternate blue and purple. So I'm going to do this next. I'll do that bit there. I'll do that bit there next. That should look okay. We've done this side. There's the necklace here, which is purples and reds and that pale blue that we've used. So I've got those three colours here that I know where they are. So that's another one. Then there's it's all basically those three colours. So that's quite fun. So again, I'm going to go up to 300, put that up to there, and I can start with the yellow. So normally you would just sit and you'd sit and hold it like this, I think. But I sit and stroke it like this. And I have a little bit more control than I would have. I think we'll go for this one. Seems a little bit duller than that one. And then we can, so I'm going to put that there. You can't really go downwards because you want the marks, the blending marks, to go that way. And you want a bit of a curve on it if you can, because that's what's going to give you that nice highlight. Bye Aromatica, thank you for stopping by. I'm having a play in the Ugee, and again, it's that just getting that colour right, just like you would normally. But you can just put a little bit of a highlight, I think, on that one. And I learnt that with the dots, putting the highlight on the little mouse. So see how long I've been. Just bear with me. 45 minutes. I just play for a little bit. Oops, a little bit longer. I'll play for a little bit longer, and then I'll do. I'll play with my new pencils. So I could do a Bennett Klein. I'm finishing off Charlie. I could do. I think I have enough colour books. As I said the other day, I looked yesterday. I said to Nigel, I haven't been to the big Tesco's for a long time, and because he picked me up to the station, and I said, "Oh, I didn't have quite a quick look at the colour books." And he just gave me a look as if to say, "I don't think you need another colour book for as long as you live." So I didn't get to the colour book section. And of course it's a huge Tesco, so I thought, oh, but that's going to be good, but never mind. I've just had out all my Bennett Kleins, all 7 or 8 of them. How many have I got? I've got 2, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7. I've got them all, so I don't really think I need. Oh, that's what we could do, some dragons. Should we do some dragons? Or shall I do something out of wild? I don't think I've done anything in wild yet. That's what I could do. Is everybody okay? So again, just like markers, you build up your colours. As I say, I might do some layers next time. So what I really would like is a Wacom art little tablet that I can take with me when I'm about or sit in front of the telly on my cushion tray. Now I do have this on my cushion tray, but I'm just a bit worried that I'm straining all the leads and the. So I thought this might stay on my desk, and then I could have a little one. But I've also bought it for my daughter, because she could use it, and it's her birthday present, her early birthday present. And I know hubby toughs, but I think £50 for a 19-year-old's present is not so bad. And I'm getting one for the other girls as well, because she draws a lot. But probably she may want to just borrow mine, I think, probably. So I've got a bit of colour on there, so I'm going to put a little bit more of a shadow underneath. And I'm using this with my right hand, so it's very responsive and it behaves itself extremely well. And then we just want the palest of highlight. Now you can tap just to get a very, very small highlight. If that's where you want your highlight. So when we put that back down to there, and then back down to, there's just a tiny bit of a highlight. Now I think that might be in the wrong place, but I can actually get rid of it and put it a bit higher up. So again, you're just going to put I'm on the wrong one. So again, if you're wrong, you can tap, take that off, put that one on. Now if you press down, you get darker colour, but I don't really want to press down. These are pressure sensitive, these pens as well, so I just like to just stroke a bit of colour on there. And build up colour. And you're just literally sliding that over the top. That's all you're doing. So we can put some nice colour in there then. I think there's a purpley teal. So there's a purple, there's a very pale blue, turquoisey blue, and then we have that carmine red that I used. So they look quite good. Oh, good, Caroline. Caroline says, I have a tablet that I use with a laptop, yeah, which is welcome for £50. Yeah, brilliant. The Amazon, and use Artrage. It's fab, is Artrage, isn't it? It's fab. I mean, I don't tend to touch for anything else because I just love doing this, but it's very underrated, is Artrage, I have to say. I love Artrage. It's simply laid out. I like the simplicity of it. I just love the simplicity of it. Because you don't really want anything too kind of taxing. You just want to be able to and again, it's to do with, you've got to learn what this tablet can do. But you still need the input. You still need the artistic ability to tell it what to do. You still need to know that there's a bit of shadow down there. I need a bit of shadow on there. It's not magic. Now there are some things that just copy and paste everything, but I don't like that. And I love the fact that it's just so easy to use, even with a right hand. Now, I do hope my hand's not actually in the way, because it's not the easiest thing drawing with your right hand, I have to say, if it's not natural to you. I think I want a highlight on there, I think. So, just going to go, oops, I'm going to go over there. And I'm going to just want a highlight on there. Again, practice what I preach. You're going to have a really nice natural curve if you use your hand and your wrist. And then a bit more gold down here. There we go. It looks like it's always been there now. So we can pop that into there. I mean, Artrage does other things as well, but at the moment... Yes, it's good. I like the fact that it's if you're not very techno-minded, you can still get it to go. As I say, the only thing I would say is that you download from the website rather than put your CD in. But you know, if you want to just put your CD in, that's fine. I've got a little bit of a blend of this grayscale here, but again, I like that. And I can go back in and just do a little bit of proper work with the left hand when it's a bit better. So I needed some blue. So I think I'm going to use that one, and I'm just going to tap. I'm just going to tap. You get better colour tapping. You get the true colour when you tap, and I'm going to do that one as well. I think I'm just going to use the purpley blue. So I'm just tapping. I don't think I'm going to cut the carmine on either. I think I just put the purple and blue in. See what it looks like. If it doesn't look right, I can take it off. There we go. I'm just going to do the little things, and then I'm going to finish this particular video. And so we need the beads now. Oops, so I need to look at the phone. Oh dear. I need to look at the phone to see. They go. Oh, they do the same. They just go blue. They go blue and blue, so it's the same. Right. Okay then. So we'll have. This is a turquoise colour. Oh, sorry. There could be a bark alert. I'm going to call that a day actually, because there's going to be a bark alert, and it could be. Oops. So thanks for watching, and this is the end of part 2 of Tutankhamun, I think. Thank you for watching.